Honorable Minister Dr. Muruganji, Honorable Chairperson Press Council of India, Justice Ranjana Desai-ji, veteran journalist Shri Kundan Ramanlal Vyas-ji, Honorable members of the Press Council, Secretary Shri Jaju-ji, Secretary Press Council, friends from media, esteemed guests and friends. It's my privilege to join you in celebrating the National Press Day today. I would have loved to join in person, but because of the Maharashtra elections, we are here, stationed here, both of us. So we are joining virtually. Friends, this is the day to remember the contribution of press and media in our society. This is also the day to acknowledge the changes in the world of press and media. And also the time to understand the new challenges that our society is facing because of these changes which are happening in the world of media and press. Let us begin with remembering the contribution of press in our struggle for freedom from the oppressive forces, and I would like to recount two such instances in our history. First was the long-drawn battle to achieve freedom from the British rule. The press played a very major role in our struggle. And the second was the fight to preserve our well-fought democracy from the dark years of emergency imposed by the Congress government. We must not forget these struggles because history has the tendency to repeat itself. And those who forget history are bound to face the same challenges again and again. That is why NDA government, led by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, has decided to observe June 25 as the Constitution Murder Day. Friends, I would like to emphasize the role of media and press in preserving our democracy, and especially in India, which has a very vibrant press. Our press and media is vocal. Our press and media has opinions across the spectrum. Some are very strong, some are very centrist. And our country, the mother of democracy, houses as many as 35,000 registered daily newspapers. There are thousands of news channels and a rapidly expanding digital ecosystem which is reaching the crores of citizens via mobile and internet. The investments made in digital infrastructure have propelled India among the top countries with 4G and 5G networks. Along with the spread of network, we also have the lowest data prices in the world. So friends, along with the vibrancy, along with the diversity of our press, the availability and affordability of digital media has created new opportunities for media in our country. Now, while this offers many new opportunities, this also offers new challenges for the society. Today, I would like to highlight the four big challenges that our society is facing because of the developments, because of the changes which are happening in the world of media and press. The first challenge is the challenge of fake news and disinformation. The rapid spread of fake news is a big threat not only to media because it undermines trust, but it's also a big threat to democracy. Since the platforms do not verify whatever is posted on those platforms, so the false and misleading information can be found in abundance on practically every platform. Even those citizens who are considered as well-aware citizens, they also fall into the trap of such misinformation. So the question that arises is, who will take the responsibility for the content which is published on the platforms? Globally, there is a debate over the relevance of safe harbor. This is a construct, the safe harbor construct is a construct which came in 1990s when internet was developing. That was the time when the availability of digital medium was limited to a select few, mostly in universities, mostly in research institutes. That was the time when safe harbor construct came in. Today, digital medium is available to one and many. It's so common, it's so prevalent. Practically every person that you see in a city and a large population in the rural areas who have a mobile in their hands, they have access to the world through the digital media. So this construct of safe harbor, which was developed during the 1990s, is it still relevant? This is a debate which is right now happening in many parts of the world, in many developed and developing countries. It is well known today that many riots, including some in the developed world, many acts of terrorism, many in the rich world, and interference in democratic processes, including many instances in the developed world. Such instances have occurred because the platforms shied away from the responsibility for the country. With our diverse society, we have to be extra careful. Our country has many sensitivities which do not exist in the countries where these platforms originated. Whether it is language, whether it is religion, whether it is regional differences, whether it is cultural diversity, we have to be extra careful when we are working in a country as diverse as India. Therefore, when the circumstances are different, shouldn't there be a different matrix for the platform? Shouldn't there be more responsibility on the platform? This question needs to be debated in our social context. This is the first challenge, friends, that we are facing because of the changes in the press and media. The second challenge is about fair compensation by the platforms for content created by conventional media. As we see, consumption of news and consumption of content is rapidly shifting from the conventional modes to the digital media. The traditional media is losing out financially because of this change. The investment done in creating a team of journalists, training them, having editorial processes, having methods to check the veracity of news, taking the responsibility for the content, all those investments, which are huge investments both in terms of time and money, those are becoming irrelevant by the way the platforms are having a very unequal edge in terms of the bargaining power they have vis-a-vis the conventional media. This needs to be addressed. The efforts made by the conventional media in creating content needs to be suitably compensated. The asymmetric relationship between the content creators and the platforms is also being debated all over the world. Friends, in my opinion, this is the second challenge, the challenge of fair compensation, which is affecting our society and the world of media and news. The third challenge, friends, is the algorithmic bias evident on the platforms. The platforms are digital mammoths which use algorithms for deciding what needs to be shown, what has to be shown to the users. And these algorithms are designed to maximize engagement, because engagement defines the revenue for the platform. So maximizing the engagement becomes the objective for the platform. Unfortunately, these algorithms tend to prioritize content which incites strong reactions. So that using the human psychology, something which creates a strong reaction is what people tend to do. So regardless of the factual accuracy, the platforms and the algorithms have a tendency to maximize the content which generates such strong reactions. In a country as diverse as India, misinformation and such algorithmic bias can have serious social consequences. We have seen this in multiple instances. This approach is, in my opinion, irresponsible and it is dangerous for our society. The platforms must come out with solutions that account for the impact their systems and the algorithms have on this society. In my opinion, friends, this is the third challenge that our society is facing. I'll come to the fourth and final challenge. The fourth challenge is the impact of AI on intellectual property rights. We have seen the creative world is today undergoing a serious upheaval because of the artificial intelligence. The content produced by creators, by musicians, by filmmakers, by writers, by authors, by speech makers, all that content gets digested by the AI models. What happens to the IP rights of the people who have created that content? What are the consequences for those original creators? Are they being compensated for their work? Are they being acknowledged for their work? Today, the AI models and AI systems are able to generate pieces of music on the basis of a small written note to it. And that is all because of the large amount of music data that they have used while getting themselves trained. Under such circumstances, under such changes in technology, what is the safeguard for the original content creators? This is not just an economic issue, it is an ethical issue too. Friends, in my opinion, this is the fourth challenge. The four challenges that we are facing today because of the changes in the landscape are very important challenges. We as a society need to address these. We as a country have to be sensitive to it. We as pioneers in technologies in many different fields have to find solutions which can give us solutions to these major problems faced by our society. And we need to create consensus around this. We need to have open debate around these challenges. We need to have a lot more discussion about these challenges, and we have to rise above politics because these are the challenges which are affecting the very fabric of our society. These are the challenges which are going to be more and more dominant, more and more prominent in the coming days. So friends, as we collectively march towards Viksit Bharat by 2047, let us all work towards creating a harmonious society. Let us work towards creating a prosperous country. Let us work towards always keeping the nation first, always first. Let us work with a spirit in which the press and the media remains a very strong pillar of our democracy, and we don't face the repetition of what happened in the dark days of emergency during the Congress government. And together we will build a future where journalism empowers the people, strengthens our nation, and showcases the best of India to the world. Thank you very much.